Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Wednesday. Is it really? Or is this your imagination? Are you imagining that it's Wednesday? It's Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Carol was first. Ooh, that is awesome. How are you doing, Carol? Lag. What does LAG stand for? Los Angeles guy? Lag. Or does that just mean you're always behind? I don't know. I could think of, let my imagination run here. What all does lag stand for? Ladies are dumb? No, I didn't say that. Bum crack picker. He says he's last. Hi, Jim. Do I know you, Jim? Anyway, hi. Welcome to the Silverhairstacker Show on a Wednesday. Mr. Sadie, you're reporting Carol. Who are you going to report to? Fake news, I was first. Yeah, right, Anissa. Anissa, Miss Anissa. Oh, Sally's here. Hello. How long you been waiting?
Wow.
No.
2 minutes.
What? I started the show 2 minutes ago and you weren't here. You've
Yes, I
been waiting
was.
ever since the second I started?
I
Lies.
must have just missed
Lies.
you.
God is going to send a lightning bolt down on your head to crack your skull. What are you doing? Vaping over there? Vaporizing?
Yeah, it's bubble gum. Can you fix your screen?
Fix my screen.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my screen? Oh, now it's better.
You ass.
Yeah, fix your screen, you
Yeah,
screen
like that.
fixer.
I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment this morning, and they called me right after I got out of the shower and said, your doctor went home sick yesterday, and she called in today. I was like, that's freaking great.
Yeah, Tom already went in to get started on his cataract eye surgery.
Yeah.
And I just saw a message in Facebook that they delayed his surgery from 9 o'clock to like 10:15.
Oh, great.
He sounded kind of pissed.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yep. So,
My
what's on
sister,
the...
I'm sorry,
Go
you're gonna
ahead.
say something.
Yeah.
My sister lives in California. She works at a hospital as a social services administrator, basically. Um, so like people come in with drug problems or homelessness or whatever, she helps find them a place, shelter to go to, stuff such and such. She was telling me that when, let's see, last week they had a whole lot of COVID patients coming in, but they didn't have respiratory distress. They were coming in because they were septic, and they were all COVID positive, but they didn't have any respiratory issues, and they came in disoriented. and they were septic. Like they had some kind of infection, like a UTI or something like that recently, and mostly older folks between 70 and 80 years old, and and she doesn't know, like, because they don't know anything about it, but it seems like kind of like a new strain. But she she said that it's just weird because they're getting septic within like a couple of days. So she doesn't know, excuse me. She doesn't know if they're getting septic because they have COVID, or if their immune system's so depleted that they're just so susceptible to COVID, and that's how they get COVID. So it's really weird. It's a new weird thing that's happening, and it's the first I've heard of it. So watch for that.
Yeah, and you don't want an elderly person like me and older to get, like, mom had several kidney and urinary tract infections the last year of her life, and every time she did, she got whacked out. She didn't know where she was.
Yeah,
She would call people by the wrong name, and
that's kind of how they are. It's almost like they have dementia, but
then get dizzy and fall and stuff.
when they started treating them, they put them in their own room or whatever, and they would have to, go in with a gown and mask and, completely head to toe masked up and treat them. But they would be on antibiotics for 24 hours, and they would come to like what happened to me, basically kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it's
So
crazy.
a large number of patients like that came in.
What's that?
I said, were there a large number of patients like that came in?
Yeah, like 10, around 10 within a week.
And she works in a big city hospital.
Not super big city, no. It's
I
kind of
wonder if
a smaller town.
that's a regional thing or if that's happening everywhere.
I don't know. She's in the valley in California, from where we're from.
Weird.
Good job on that lag. I didn't sell a damn thing yesterday, or to ship out. But then since then, I've gotten 6.
19 items for 9,600. Dang. I thought I had a good day.
What'd you have?
I sold. Well, you remember that ham radio I put on auction starting at
Yeah.
150.
Mm-hmm.
So the auction ended and it sold for 150. So
Well, good.
that's still a really good profit.
Yeah, that's great. Good job.
So, well, 150 plus shipping, and I had like $40 or $50 on for shipping because the thing is so heavy.
Yeah.
You spent way more than you saw. Yeah,
So what do you figure you made on that? Did you figure out how much you spent?
I spent 30, so
30 on just the radio?
that'd be 120 off the top,
Good job.
and then eBay fees would have been about what, 20.
Yeah.
So it leaves about 100, and then the tax man will get 15%. So Clear spendable money is like 85.
Yeah.
Scott's here. Let's get him in the chat, or get anybody in the chat that wants to come on.
We had kind of a weird day here yesterday. My son's girlfriend moved out. I guess they're done.
There's your link. I'd like to have Carol in. She's always a bundle of joy. I love chatting live with Carol. She's got such a fun laugh and way of talking.
I love Carol.
She's a sweetheart. Sadie's going to report her, though.
Well,
did you see that?
Nice. No, that's not nice, Sadie. Jelly.
So I have a good lesson from last night. So y'all know Tuesday night we do wing night, and my buddy Tracy, he goes to the same estate sales I go to, and he went to one on Thursday, and I skipped it and went Friday. And I asked him, I'm like, man, they had Canon photo paper for $3 a pack, brand new. I'm like, why didn't you buy it? And he said, they don't make that much money on eBay. And I said, well, I'm at 25% off on Friday, and they're $20 a piece on eBay. I mean, on Amazon. I sold 3 of them. I picked up 10.
Oh.
They were all new. I sold them on. I sold 3 of them last night on Amazon after listing them last night. So the more places he doesn't sell on Amazon, the more places you sell, I'm telling you, folks, it changes. You know, those were a no pickup for eBay. They're I make 11 or 12.50 or somewhere in that range per.
Yeah.
So that's $100 profit that he walked away from because he doesn't sell on Amazon.
Cool.
And then here's another example. That little guy, I gotta clean, wipe off the little spots so come off. That sold for $99 on Amazon last night.
How much?
$99.
Wow. I think I have one of those.
Let me look it up on eBay.
I've kept it because the one that I found it in a jacket pocket in a dumpster, and it had a tape in it, and I let people hear it, but it had a tape, and it was like a secretive tape, and it had to do with like Knights of Columbus and places like that, like those. They're not clans, but what are they? Like the Eagles Club, you know, like God, what am I trying to think of? What is it called?
Knights of Columbus?
Well, no, not Knights of Columbus, but it was something else.
So here's something I should be doing. You can pick these things up for $19.99 on eBay working. Why am I not buying them for $20 on eBay and selling them for $100 on Amazon?
Don't know. That's
I guess that's gonna be my new business. I'm gonna start. I guess I'll pick them up on.
I sell them on eBay, but I get a lot more than $19 for them.
These are all parts only. Look how many are parts only for sale right now. But even different. Here's pre-owned, $19.99, $29.99, $25. Even if you got to pay $30, I mean, $30 to $100 is still decent profit.
Yes, Jim Mowers is right. It's the Masons. So it was like somebody trying to get somebody to tell them what happened to money and stuff that was taken from the Masons. So I don't know what. I've never listened to the rest of it or anything, but the tape's still in it.
Come on. I know you got to get all your yarns out. How are you this morning, little one?
Poor little doggy.
I got up, took a shower, and came in here. She never moved. Normally she gets up to see what I'm doing, but not this morning. She sleeps under the cover at the feet. She goes all the way to the very end of the bed and then she lays down. That's where she sleeps all night.
Goat.
Maybe she's
So
becoming more of an adult dog instead of a puppy.
yeah, it should be 2 sometime shortly. Johnny knows the exact date.
I gotta find out what number I'm on. I'll be
But
right back.
man, there's so many different things to do with reselling. To limit yourself to one way to do it, and one platform is, that's. I mentioned you guys the auction all the time. Harlan and I were talking about it. It's amazing. We walk into a yard sale now. We even look at clothes and everything else, stuff that we never would have looked at before. I've been buying a lot of shoes that sell to auction.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for us to go to a yard sale and not buy something. Yeah, but I was pleasantly surprised that this one sold overnight.
It's crazy that it brings that much more on Amazon than eBay.
So electronics in general, the used electronics market is a little more expensive on. Not generally that much more money. Normally I average probably 30% more on Amazon.
Yep.
So the part that y'all don't see that's the most fun about the auction is on Thursday night. Harlan and I'll be on the phone. Pete White does like I do. I lay it on speakerphone on the desk, and we watch the auctions close because it has a soft close. So you're sitting there, you're like, come on, somebody bid, because it'll extend the auction by 2 minutes, so you can't snipe, and so that's the most fun of the auction is, those last couple of minutes, seeing what people will buy, and it's the thrill that used to be on eBay. That I think eBay screwed up a long time ago trying to be Amazon, and they took out the fun of watching auctions close on eBay. Because when eBay first started, man, and you were selling stuff and it would close out an auction, you were just waiting to see if somebody would snipe it. Yeah, so I'm bidding on one of our items at our auction in a lot. So they've got one lot. It says a home office lot. It's got a Dymo 450 turbo. It's got a neat desk scanner. It's got an iPad. It's got a small computer, and it's got a different scanner and something else. All that's in one lot. So far, I've got to bid at $150, but I'm trying to decide. I think 200 is my limit.
Sound like a bunch of good stuff, though.
Yeah, that Dymo turbo is worth, I think, what's it worth on Amazon these days? Dymo 50. So a Dymo 450 turbo. If you ever find one of those new, $650. The cheapest used Dymo 450 turbo is $350 on Amazon right now. That's crazy.
Hi, Mark.
Yes. Hi, sarcastic.
Do we know Jim Mowers?
I think.
I
Yes,
don't remember.
Jim Mowers.
Oh, okay.
He comes to the chat every once in a while.
Sorry, I'll give him a wrench. Anyway.
And this the scan desk, the neat desk scanner is the one that's got this white with a little black. It looks like a fax machine. They're worth about 75 to 90 on eBay. They're worth about 160 on Amazon.
Quite the difference there.
You have to train your mind different because if you've been sourcing, it took me a while because I was selling all that stuff on eBay and switched to Amazon, and to realize that stuff that I would never, well, not never, but hardly ever pick up because the value was lower on eBay. It's crazy money on Amazon.
Yeah.
Another good example. Anybody live in Huntsville in the chat? How many times you go to a yard sale or an auction and see the VHS rewinders? They're made by Kinyo, Kinyo, or Magnavox.
Yeah.
I've sold 2 of those this week. I just started picking them up.
Wow.
I got $39 for one and $45 for the other one on Amazon.
What?
Oh, really?
VHS rewinders?
Rewinders, and they're like $14 or $15 on eBay, but on Amazon they're $38 to $45 each.
Huh. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, on what model is that, Kenya?
I don't know. It's the dust model. It's been sitting up there so long. Look at all the dirt on it.
All right, so silver Kenya with that little swirl in it. I think I found it. That's a UV 428.
Oh, here we go.
I used $39 is the cheapest used one.
Dang. I need to sell on Amazon.
And somebody's got a new one in the box. They want $140 for it.
A new one.
That's crazy.
I remember going to the VHS movie rental place. Be kind. Please rewind.
They would actually charge you if you didn't rewind them.
Yeah. They'd charge an extra 50 cents or something if you didn't rewind your movie when you brought it back.
Man, we're old.
That's not old. That was
just a few years ago.
You could still rent VHS from our little town in Groover, Texas. Probably 25 years ago. That's not that long ago.
So, I sell VCRs, and when I'm testing VCRs, I look at those things and think, I can't believe, the quality from a Blu-ray to a VCR. It's just what we thought was, and at the time was cutting edge. Is turns out it's awful now. Because I look at it and think, does this VCR work? Because it's, every now and the picture is not perfect, and because you're judging it against TV we watch today, and I'm like, I gotta remember, this is a VHS. This is as best as it was.
I kind of had a feeling that they were gonna be hard to find, for people that still watch VHS. But I'm really trying to stay out of electronics. Seems like they just get me in trouble. I think they're great for some people. I just don't like testing them.
Yeah, you gotta have a thick skin because I buy stuff and it doesn't work. You gotta be able to have the ability to, if you can't fix it, to be able to throw it away.
Yeah.
I mean, some things are for parts only, but it's
that's
rare.
Hard for me.
I feed it to the green monster. I rarely do parts only.
Yeah, see, Todd will put in new springs and bands and stuff like that, and I'm like, I can't do that.
So if somebody has this micro cassette recorder, $19.99, or best, make an offer. I'm gonna offer them $16 and see what happens.
Yeah.
Don't have enough time in my day for all that.
All right, there we go. Wait, I'll offer him $16. We'll see what happens.
Open up this rewinder and there's spider webs in it.
Yeah, you almost need one of those like duster things to put in. That's what I've been using. I use those Swiffer things that'll fit in there just to knock all the dust out of them. Even though it doesn't matter, it just rewinds. But
I got a nozzle thing on my vacuum cleaner. I'll suck it up with that.
Lag says it's eBay new. Larry said he offered 1601. He's probably going to win it.
Yeah.
I'm just making my numbers for my inventory.
Need to go ahead and list that rewinder and get my $14 plus shipping off of eBay. $14 on eBay, and well, there's one that sold for $25 with free shipping.
And eBay sellers and their pictures, man. This is that micro cassette recorder. Yeah. It looks just like the screen does. That little bitty cassette right in the middle of this big old picture on your screen. I mean, do y'all not know how to zoom on your cameras? I mean, to close in, step closer to the picture, do something.
Yeah, it's like they need a tour. They need to learn how to use eBay.
Mr. Sadie, I sell all that stuff.
VHS rental van.
So I got it listed this morning. I've got 4 of my 5 eBay listings done this morning. The last one's going to be, I bought a lot for $50. It was two Guitar Hero Live guitars with the dongles and the game for PS4.
Cool.
And that combo is worth about $230 on Amazon, on eBay. So I'll list that on eBay.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't even check Amazon. Let's check Amazon.
I think Cyber's the only one who watches my regular videos. I put a new one up and he will comment.
So there was actually a Guitar Hero two pack with 2 guitars. Yeah, they're $225 is the cheapest one on Amazon.
For a guitar?
Yeah, 2 guitars in the game.
I guess I need to list mine.
Probably. I gotta make some real money. Because now I'm gonna have to pay half of all the bills instead of a third. So I might have to cancel my massage next week. I'm hoping I don't, but hoping I can come up with the money. It's $70, which isn't horrible for an hour-long massage, but gotta make that money.
How do you get the half the bill? So I need to charge Johnny her half.
My son's girlfriend moved out yesterday. So they quit They quit. They were engaged actually, and they broke up. So it
What's
was kind of a
a
weird day yesterday.
what's a Aerosmith kit go for?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that for PS2?
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm.
But it can be used on the PS4, right? 4 and 5.
I don't know. Probably.
I think that's PS2 only. I think.
Wireless guitar and
Almost
special
all.
edition.
Most of the PS2 games can be played on PS4 and PS5. Even PS1.
Do you have the dongle with it? If it's wireless, do you have the little dongle?
I don't know. I got it out once and looked at it, but I never got around to listing it for whatever reason.
Does it like a stick in it or something like that?
I got so much stuff in that video game buyout I did 3 years ago that
So if somebody has one for $39.99 plus 16 shipping on eBay, and that's they're calling it new other.
That's awesome.
$39.99.
Yeah, plus 16 shipping, so 55 ship.
Yeah,
And Shauna, I sold one of those creams.
there's
Right
the
there.
dongle for the PS2.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So it's weird. So they've got pictures of the guitar.
And it's got
It's
the
a
game.
black frame. It's a black framer that comes in that set. But this guy who's got his listing shows a picture of a different neck on it. She shows a Fender Stratocaster in one of the pictures. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Ooh.
That's a wrong picture. You're an idiot. Somebody should buy that one. Ask them where the other guitar.
There's a couple of empty spots in this box. I don't know
The
what.
video game thing wasn't 3 years ago, was it? No.
Is
Wasn't
it
that
Yeah.
long ago.
Yeah.
Man.
In like March 1st,
My God.
3 years ago.
2019? See, that doesn't sound right.
I don't know. I made a video on it. Let me go look at my old videos real quick. I tell you exactly. I tell you, son. I tell you.
Oh, okay, why don't you learn me?
Channel.
It just doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
It's been a
But
long
that was
time.
before the cowboy, the Western store went out, right?
Yep. But I got those two in the same year, so. Let's see.
Excuse me.
All right, so I put out the video on April 9th, 2020. So, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, just
so
a
a
little
couple-
over 2
couple
years
years.
ago.
Mhm. But still, doesn't even feel like it's been that long. Really?
Yeah. I still got a bunch of consoles I haven't tested because I don't have cords for them, and they're worth a lot more if they're working. So
Yeah.
I just
Well,
been
you knew what you signed up for, right?
Well, it almost does, and in the back of your mind, back of my mind, I'm thinking, I've already made so much money off of that deal that it doesn't really matter if I sell these or not.
But you need to sell them. You need to list them at least.
Yeah.
Especially get them on there right now. with it being summer, and then it's going to be Christmas before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, that's good Christmas presents there. Hi there, Tim. How are you doing today?
Yeah, the price of the dynamos has gone up. I'm seeing if I can find some on Marketplace.
Yeah, that's a good place to source too. Thank you, Nashana. I need some more. If you find any. I've been selling expired face creams. Because they get so big of a following for some brands, and it's like they go out of, you know, they get retired or whatever, and people still want that certain kind of cream, and they pay up for it. Okie dokie. Just let me know if it does. How you doing, Nessa? Yeah, dongle is a freaking weird word. I know. I try not to say it too much.
Yeah, there's some around, but none of them close to me, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you, Nashana. I gotta go to work tonight. Start my week. 40 some hours.
Yeah, so if y'all are not doing that, if you sell on Amazon, you check Marketplace. I mean, down here's one for 100. I've seen them for 50, 70. You can flip these things to Amazon and make.
That's good.
Then there are other people that are just dumb. Somebody's trying to sell 2 4XLs for $450. I'm like, Amazon's got them brand new for $169 each, or whatever they were. I'm sorry, $261 each. So for $30, you get brand new ones. The bad thing about Marketplace is everybody thinks they're a reseller.
Yeah. So what you sell besides your ham radio, Todd?
I sold a gold necklace earring set.
Good.
I think I got like 120 for that.
Good.
Sold a couple military surplus things. Sold, let's see, orders. I sold a fishing reel.
Mm-hmm.
I sold a Samsung Blu-ray player.
You know, like, I bet if you just did fishing stuff, you could make some real money. You know, just knowing everything about fishing stuff. You know, so everywhere you go, you see brand names on lures and all that, and you're like, oh, I'm getting that because I know it's money.
Yeah, there's good. A lot of that stuff is really expensive too. There, if you can find it, that stuff is good.
Yeah.
But it's another category you have to learn. You have to know one brand from another, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't. Fishing stuff is good, but there's a limited amount you can buy at the garage sales and estate sales because
right.
a lot of people around here go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So that stuff gets snapped up pretty quick.
Yeah. That just means you have to be first. You have to be first at those garage sales. So you can be the one that's snapping it up,
Yeah.
right?
What'd you sell, Cyber?
Silver and gold.
He could probably sell $50,000 worth and not even put a dent in what he has.
Yeah. He's got some crazy money coming in and going out and all that stuff.
Lag, you're 100% correct. Becoming an expert on a category really helps, and it doesn't matter what the category is. If your knowledge really makes you a lot of money. Well, it could whether it's cameras, whether it's fishing, whether it's video games, whether it's clothing, whatever. The more knowledge you have, and the better that your expertise in an area does. Mr. Sadie, I miss Crazy Pickle Life. So he was one of my favorite YouTubers. I keep thinking he's gonna show back up and tell us he's done with his hiatus, but it hadn't happened.
So this is kind of interesting. It's a paperweight kind of
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's all scratched up and stuff.
That's
I went
fine.
to a garage sale last weekend, and I saw this sitting there, and I looked down through there, and there's a Mercury dime down in there.
Ooh.
I was like, well, the dime is worth like $3 or $4.
Yeah.
But
How do you get it out of the acrylic?
yeah, how would you crack that out? And the lady there said, when her dad was in the military, they lived in in Great Britain. So a bunch of these coins are British coins.
Oh.
But the lady made this. She poured her own. She poured a layer of acrylic and then put in some.
It's acrylic.
Or whatever it is. I don't know.
It's acrylic.
Yeah, you get that. I remember doing this as a kid some, but I could never get the mix of the. You had to mix two parts together, and I always screwed it up. Mine either hardened before I could pour it out of the cup, or it stayed gooey after you poured it. I could never do it where mine came out looking like this. But you can tell it was hand done because there's little bubbles on some of the things.
Tim said he saw an acrylic toilet seat with money in it one time.
So, yeah, I'm wondering if you can just beat this with a hammer until you get the coins out.
Yeah, but then you might damage the coins.
That's true.
No, but there's stuff is still going to be stuck to the coin. How do you get it? You know what I mean? Because they didn't. it's directly on the coin. So how do you, even if you chip an individual coin out, you still got one that's covered in stuff.
Yeah. I suppose you could take it outside and put a torch on it and just. Of course, you don't want to breathe it. Hit it with a hammer. You wouldn't want to breathe that smoke that came off that stuff, I'm sure.
Does acrylic melt?
I think it would.
I wonder once it hardens.
Mike says just sell it like that.
Yeah, it's kind of scratched up though, Mike. I don't know.
It doesn't matter if it's scratched up or not, Todd. Just
Yeah,
clean it up and then sell it. Just put that it's scratched up. That's all you have to do. And then take accurate photos.
We should start a campaign to get them back on YouTube. Who we getting back?
Crazy Picker Life.
Oh yeah, they were interesting folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, dear.
It was just neat to see somebody, teach his kids, and this, and then the son becomes so freaking good at cameras.
Mm-hmm. Try using plastic headlight polish to fill in the cracks, probably, like the scratches.
I'll be able to buff out the scratches. Yeah, get my Dremel out with one of those little brushing things and see if I don't know.
Donna says, I work it as an ejection molder. Good luck getting the coins out.
I could get the Dremel out with a cutting blade on it. Just go to cutting them out. I don't know. Nah, I don't know. I'll probably just sell it like that.
That's what I would do. I would just say that it has scratches and list it.
If he did, Tim, I didn't know about it. He was the one that was all about cameras. He was about cameras, but he loved collecting old beer stuff. What was the name of the beer he liked so much?
Blatz.
That's it. So Lag says yes under his porch. But evidently he did have computer monitors under his house. But I think they sold that property and had moved somewhere.
Yeah. They got so much hate over being over treating their kids like kids ought to be treated.
Yeah, I didn't understand, very active with their kids, and it's what you expect out of parents. I don't get it.
I'm all for child labor and teaching your kids how to work and giving, having a reward system for that. And I think it's very important because a lot of kids don't see, they don't have a good work ethic because they don't see any role models in their life doing that. They don't see role models in their life having a job and being committed to it and working hard. It's not something that kids are seeing.
All right, I got my 5 eBay listings done this morning.
So you didn't sell it. Woo, avalanche.
Let me turn this one over. I might have to list another one.
It was a nice recorder.
No, that was the.
Oh, it was a tab.
Even worse.
I got myself one of those foam kid tablet covers because I knew that if I didn't have something like that, my tablet would be all scratched up and broke probably. But
Yeah.
it saved me a lot.
It didn't break.
Timber.
That's a good one. It needs to go back in the box so I don't tear it up before I sell it. I listed it for $84, so I don't want to drop $84.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you ship that computer already?
Yeah, it should. Whatever day I stuck it in. I had
Is
it
it
all ready
going
Friday, and then I forgot to.
UPS?
No, it's priority. I can tell you where it's at.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. It sat on the table for 2 days after I packed it up. I'm like, pirate ship.
Cast iron beer bottle openers.
I'm not a robot.
I didn't know they made them out of cast iron.
Ooh.
Wouldn't the teeth break off if cast iron? Maybe they're cast iron around the.
Yeah, right here, asleep.
On the floor.
On the floor, asleep. Yeah. Not anymore. The little pest just woke him up.
Mr. Sadie said change that last one to parts only.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've broken so much stuff bringing it home from a garage sale or whatever. You know, you go to a garage sale and you want to get to the next one, you just slam it in the back seat of your car or something. It rattles around and breaks something.
It just says in transit. In the private chat I stuck the
Okay, thank you.
track number. So it's weird. I told y'all that I've been getting. I mean, everybody gets it. The UPS, that extended discount that they're giving you on Amazon. So even though I've been shipping all this stuff, it's if I ship 20 items, 19 of them are going UPS, and I've been using the free pickup. So I don't go to the post office. So there's like today, I probably won't leave the house today. If it wasn't for going to Wings last night, I wouldn't have left the house. And until Monday, when I started shipping Monday, 11 I went to the post office. That's the first time I've been to the post office. Jason, the post guy, I'm like, you probably thought I was dead, didn't you?
I might drop by the post office just because I like those folks.
Yeah, he's a good guy. But because everything's going UPS and I've got the free pickups.
Yeah. Every time now I go in without my blue bag, like if I've got only like 3 items to ship, I don't even carry the IKEA bag in.
Mm-hmm.
And the postmaster will peek around and go, must have been a slow day of sales, huh? There's no blue bag. Where's the blue bag? Or he'll raise his hand. What? Where? Huh?
You tell everybody
This is all?
You're hiding here with me, old man.
That's funny.
And then just about all the clerks, we make fun of the names that are on the packages, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday I think I had 10 or 11. I had to carry the blue bag into the post office yesterday. It was weird I think a lot of it too is I had a lot of smaller stuff that was under. So they don't always give you the extra discount on the stuff that first class beats. I mean, but there were still some that UPS shipping was like $3.21. It's hard to believe how cheap they're giving that rate. So did somebody see something yesterday about the post office announced they were raising rates? Was that yesterday they announced that?
No, the announcement's been out for a while. I forget it takes effect like
July 10th.
July 10th, yeah. They're
So that's
changing.
2 cents on first class.
They're changing a bunch of stuff about first class. Yeah.
Looks like
Putting on
postcards are going up 4 cents. And an
First-
additional ounce on letters is going 4 cents up each ounce instead of 24 cents instead of 20.
But didn't they say first class is going more regional rates than just a flat? I think that's what it said.
Well, they already do that if it's not a letter. The letter rate is still one, but every other one is they use the zones on first class now. So
Well, stocks are up, but not much. Not enough to make a difference. Don't. God, they went down yesterday hard after the show got over with.
yeah, I'm shocked they haven't said, with gas up, we're putting a temporary like they did last year. So just
Their temporaries tend to become permanents.
yeah, well, what was it last week? We had at the end of the year we had 2 or 3 weeks before the new ones took over. So it was like from I don't know Christmas until like the 9th of January. We went back to the cheap rates were. Yeah, we have the one dog Johnny came in here looking for. We have a dog that has dementia, and so when she wakes up and he's not around, because he gets something to go to sleep every night, so he doesn't wander our house all night. And he'd follow me in here and just fell asleep on the floor. She's like, he's not on laying on anything. I'm like, nope, he's laying on the floor.
Yeah, buying postage online it's been cheaper since I started reselling.
Same here. I guess so.
They're just now starting online postage in Great Britain.
And it's significant cyber on this side of the pond. It is very significant. I mean, you save about 30 to 40% purchasing online. Even if we have a site called pirateship.com that I mention every now and then. If you're doing personal shipping, you're way cheaper to print your own labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in Great Britain's got their own owl like Hedwig, bringing them there. Only in the movie.
Yeah,
Especially now with the gas and where it's gone up. I mean, it really, because if I'm driving the truck, even though it's on UPS is only 7-8 miles max, not only would it take me 30 to 40 minutes to to get there, drop them off, and come back, cranking up that old truck. That's probably a gallon and a half. That's probably $6 every day I save not firing up that old truck.
Who does that? And are you referring to the Harry Potter movie about who shall not be named?
No, she says she knows somebody that goes to the post office and buys shipping there.
That's fine if you don't mind paying more.
I don't understand that because, if you're doing this as a hobby and you don't have a lot of stuff invested, I understand it. But any printer will work. You can print this out on Dusty proved that for how many years? He taped labels. We're talking about somebody who sold millions of dollars in his career on eBay, and he taped postage labels the entire time I knew him.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't give that up, just buy the sticky labels. But he finally did, though, didn't he?
I think at some point it became, look at me, I just do this now.
Yeah.
He had one at the very end. He had a label printer at the very end. But
I still do that. I'm still like that attitude with promoted listings. I don't really do promoted listings. I mean, I have, and I don't know. I probably will again, but I don't know that they help that much. Dusty swore by them, though.
There's two things the upgrades that if you ever do it, you'll kick yourself in the butt for not a label printer because it's so much easier, and a paper tape machine. Oh my God! If you ever get one of those, where if you've got I use a lot of 8x6x4 boxes, so I just hit the 12, and it kicks out 12 inches of tape every time. Ka-chink, ka-chink.
Do I want to blow that up? Here. You gonna get in the pool today?
It's gonna be warm enough, huh?
She wants me to blow it up while I'm sitting here. I've got an electric blower somewhere.
Yeah. So y'all been together a long time. How long did it take her to figure out you were full of hot air? 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
I think it was during our honeymoon. Oh, Standard & Poor's went back to red. Dang it.
Deshaun, once you ever use the label maker, I'm telling you.
What's Bitcoin doing today?
So I have two printers outside. One's a laser printer, and the other there's a couple label printers. And if I pick the wrong one, like don't pay attention, and it prints out the label on the laser printer, I make it reprint out on the label printer because I'm not going to cut it out and tape it. Oh, that's not good.
Bitcoin's fixing to go below 20,000 again.
Yeah, I saw. Which phone is this? The wrong phone. Was that one of the cheap ones or expensive one? People are crazy, yo. So Hot Wheels a couple years ago made this fusion kits where they would, I don't know exactly what, I think it just, you can make the cars different colors as they go through a little thing. You can't find the refills anymore. I just sold one of the refills for $25. All right, where's block this in? This is why you buy clear tubs.
God, this plastic smells like new plastic. Yuck.
It was this stuff. That's what the refill looks like. Somebody,
Mhm.
I sold. This is the yellow one. I sold the black one for $25. Where's the black one? Now all I have to do is take the Ollie sticker off of it. $4.
You got those at Ollie's?
Yeah, I've had them for quite a while. Oh, I've got to get that. So there's the tape measure. I got one more thing I got to find. Are you back? You had your breakfast? You're all ready to go for the day? You're going to be mad all night. People are coming over. They're bringing the dog. That big dog that wants to play with you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't worry. You can sit in my lap all night. We have friends who have a service dog. Johnny just said we're cooking hamburgers here tonight. Did I mention Phoebe don't like people? She really don't like the service dog. I need to try one of those bark collars on her. Every time she barks it. Mr. Sadie, Larry wants to know why do we still use pennies? It costs, what does it cost? 3 cents to make a penny?
Something like that.
Yeah, 99. Like 99 is a new 49.99. You got to be careful with your prices. You know, with everything going up, it means that it brings the used market up too. I stopped at Costco yesterday in the truck. I was like, the thing said I had 84 miles left to empty. I put 100 in that stupid truck, and I'm only at 3/4. And Alabama's got relatively inexpensive gas. Where Costco yesterday was $4.15.
Yeah.
But that truck has a 36-gallon tank on it. That's the problem.
Dang. Well, yeah, that'll do it. It's about like my truck. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, you found the pump?
You know, it's kind of bad when it takes you longer to fill the pool toy up with air than you use it actually lounging on it in the pool.
Yeah, I got lazy this time, Tim. I try not to let it get down that far because I know it won't fill it up. And if you're at Costco, I don't carry the card. I use the app for my card, so they have to come over and put the thing in the machine. I'm like, next time I drive to town, and I'm just gonna stop and fill it up again, and that way I'll be full. I need to start every when I get to half the tank, filling it back up.
I know, I need to get an air compressor. The one I had was gasoline powered air compressor. And God, that sucker was hard to start. So I wound up just selling it. I need to get an electric one.
That would be my guess, Summer.
Is Sally asleep? Yeah, probably.
No.
She comes to the chat all tired from working all night.
So I would think, Todd, with being a music teacher all those years, you'd be so full of air you wouldn't need a pump.
It's good exercise though, huh?
Hmm.
It's like one of those. What's that thing? The Thigh Master. What was that actress's name that advertised the Thigh Master?
Oh, Sally, Suzanne Summers.
Yeah, she was.
Sally the upside down snoozer. That's what Bum Crackers now named you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I got to go. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye, Sally.
Bye.
Yeah, I need to get this stuff packed up. I got like 7 going out, and I got to pack that. Got to pack that ham radio.
Yeah, I didn't sell anything on eBay yesterday, but I got 5 now. I shipped right till 3 o'clock yesterday, so everything that sold yesterday that I would normally ship today, I shipped yesterday.
Yeah, a gas-powered machine makes carbon monoxide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes no sense. People.
Yeah, and probably somebody will sue the company that made the air compressor because.
I'm telling you, we need to change the laws for that kind of stuff and just let natural take all the warning labels out for everything and let Darwin natural selection take its course. If you don't know not to use the hair dryer in the shower, maybe you don't need to be around. And if your thought was, I could save some time, I'm gonna blow dry my hair while I'm in the shower. Well,
Yep.
because how many times you look at a label of something and go, really? But it's come down to this now.
Yeah. The label on a cup of McDonald's coffee. Caution, contents may be hot.
So I was a training manager for a franchise when that happened, and that was the most ridiculous thing. If you put a cup of hot coffee between your legs in a car and squeeze your legs together, you don't deserve anything.
Nope.
I mean, I understand the point they made but it's everywhere. Coffee you buy away from your house is hotter than what you get at home. It is. You go to Starbucks, their coffee is hotter. McDonald's coffee is hotter. It's just commercial machines brew at a hotter temperature.
Yeah.
But it's still coffee. Coffee is hot. It's common.
Okay, I'm already tired. I'm out of breath. If you did that, if you blew up 3 or 4 of those a day, you'd be in pretty good shape.
It's all the stuff that we.
Right, Anissa? I think it was a lady though, wasn't it? She burned her legs or something.
Yeah, it was somebody's mima. It was an older lady. It was a grandma, I think.
Shake weight. I remember those too. There's been so many gimmicks. I got one of those. My mom had one of those gazelles. You remember the gazelles?
I do not.
Yeah, they were like. They kind of look like skis that hung on.
Oh yeah, I'm looking
that
at
hung
that.
on wires, and you went back and forth with your legs.
I didn't know what it was called, but yeah, I remember those. I googled it. You still can get them, and they're not cheap. But the cheapest one's like 180.
Well, I don't think I've ever fried bacon naked, but
So I guess I'm gonna finish filling the truck up today. Johnny just sent me a text. When I take her to Costco in a little while. Sure, you can ride in the truck.
John, you actually fried bacon with no clothes on. Well, I live on the edge. I only do it that way. I fry my bacon in the raw.
See, back then, McDonald's was fanatical. It was. I never heard about the consultant, but we had to once a month. We had a checklist, a maintenance checklist, and once a month was to test the temperature of the coffee maker. It was, I think it was 190 plus or minus 5 degrees. Is what it had to come out at.
Mm.
I mean, once a month, you would have to take the nozzle. This is before the fancy machines now. Take the nozzle and then put a funky nozzle on the drink station, and it would split the carbonated water with the syrup. And you had to. That's why McDonald's drinks are generally better than most fast food, is because they test every month to figure out if you got too much syrup in it, and if you do, you cut the syrup back or whatever. So it's like 4-to-1 ratio or 4.5-to-1 ratio of syrup to carbonated water, except for Diet Coke. Diet Coke's 5.25 to 1. And you had to check that once a month to make sure that your drinks were calibrated to the right flavor.
Yeah. I don't know how many like truck stops I've gone to their drink machine and gotten a drink that would either tasted like fizzy water or tasted like it was all syrup and very little water.
Hey, speaking of convenience stores, they opened I tell you that new Buc-ee's opened yesterday from a couple hours from here.
Yeah.
They had the grand opening. I guess there is a guy named Bucky. He had a cowboy hat and long hair and cut the ribbon. He must be the CEO or somebody. I watched the video on it yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know his name for a person. I just thought it was just a made-up name.
They're currently building another one in Tennessee, and it'll be the largest Buc-ee's in the country. The one they're building in the other side of Knoxville. And so that's why they check it. And as I was leaving McDonald's, Coke took back over that. So Coke is required to come out and service those machines, not quite as often, but it makes it a little better that somebody who's been trained to calibrate those machines comes out and calibrates them. I think once a quarter they get that now. Once a quarter, once every 6 months, it's calibrated, so their drinks all taste the same across the country.
No, this pump is not good. I mean, it works, but yeah. You could probably blow it up faster just by blowing it up with your mouth, but.
Okay, so the story efficient, that's an easy one. Why the McDonald's ice cream machines are always down. First of all, they're made by Taylor. Taylor makes a lot of machines, but they're the only ones that can service it. There's been some complaining by McDonald's franchisees in the past couple of years why they can't have somebody else service this machine. So first of all, you've only got one company that services it. So if there's a McDonald's every 10 feet. So if you've got like Huntsville, might have 3 service techs for this entire region. Second of all, so when I worked at Wendy's, they made the Taylor machine for the Frosties too. You notice the Frosty machine is never down. The Frosty has 5 moving parts in the machine, and when you clean it, you take the door off. There's a gasket, and then there's the thing that turns the blades to pull the blades out, and there's no pump on the top. That's it. It's a gravity fed machine. That's why Frosties never go down. But the McDonald's machine, so they decided instead of Wendy's every night cleans the Frosty machine and empties it all out, and it starts back over the next morning. McDonald's decided they were losing too much time, energy, effort. They wanted a machine it's called a heat treating machine. So basically every night at a certain time, it heats up all the mix and everything and does like a heat treatment clean. And they only clean those machines once every 2 weeks when the cycle runs through. The computer keeps track of it. So that's the first part. There's a computer in there. The second part is where the Wendy's only had a few moving parts. There are 50 to 60 parts that you have to put together on the McDonald's machine. And it is so specific that the pump, when you build the pump that goes in the top of the machine, if you put it's got 2 big check bands, O-ring bands per pump. If you put them on inside out, the machine won't work. It's that specific that, and the calibrations on it are that specific. And so if you got a new person that puts that machine together, and they just put the O-rings on, they miss an O-ring gets cut, a piece gets lost, whatever, machine down. So that's the issue is not enough service people and too many parts on a complicated machine. They made it way more complicated than they needed to. I can't tell you how many times, we go through something, we start lunch and somebody has put the machine together, an opening employee had put it together, and it'd be 10:30 in the morning and somebody ordered the first shake, and I'd be tearing down the pumps on those damn machines because they put the pumps together wrong. Over and over again. That happened way more times than I care to imagine. For those who don't know, I worked 13 years at a McDonald's. I've been to Hamburger University, as a matter of fact, in Chicago. That was a long time ago. That was in the 90s. I can't imagine the machines, how complicated they are now. My last year at McDonald's was 97, 98, somewhere in there. Joni can tell you what year it was, because now the machines still look similar, but now they've added all those coffee machines and everything else. I can't imagine how complicated all that stuff is. If you don't clean them right, Mr. Sadie, if people, the blades as they spin around, they're plastic blades. So if somebody doesn't notice that the plastic blades are worn and doesn't replace the blades, the machine's got to come down because the machine froze up because it won't scrape off the inside of the freezing chamber. It's crazy.
Okay. I give up for now. I'm going to get my stuff packed.
Everybody have a good day.
It's a lot less work packing orders than filling up a pool float.
Man, you got your cardiac in for the day. Your cardio, you're all set.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks a lot. We'll be on tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Scott's going garage sailing in the morning because he thinks today is Thursday.
It's Wednesday.
Isn't that what you did last week?
That's exactly what I did last week. I don't have any idea what day it is.
He said, I can't come on the show tomorrow. I'm going to be at garage sales. And then the show started yesterday and you came on I thought
Yeah,
yesterday was Thursday already.
life over reseller.
Yeah. All right. See y'all later. It's
Peace
been
out.
fun. Thanks for coming on, Scott.
See you.
Sally, if you're still listening.
She's asleep.
All right. Carol, thanks for being first. You beat the guys.